Okay guys, so here's my 4.1 Svartpilen that I've been doing the ride on. It's a 2020. And we're up here at the RV park near Reading. Down there you can see the reservoir. And just got this thing out of storage. Getting out and riding here in March. So just got up to altitude here where the snow was starting to become a problem, so decided to cut it short and head back down a little lower, see a little different trails and paths. So what I've done to this bike so far, it's got the T-Rex skid plate here, which is pretty essential. She rides real low and the suspension kind of bottoms out a bit. I don't know if I got it tuned in quite properly. It's got the adjustable forks and rear spring, and I've got them all set at about the sport setting, though I clicked it a little bit higher on the compression on the front fork there. I think I might try and bump up the preload on the rear spring here. The book just gives pretty much a pretty generic setting for everything and isn't very helpful as per like the weight of the passenger or rider and whatever extra weight you have, so there's no weight settings. But yep, so we got this skid plate. Been making a lot of clatter up and down the trails here. It's definitely essential. This very low ground clearance here, that plate brings it down quite a bit, but it's real sturdy and will help keep it protected. And then I haven't really done much else, just put on, as you might have noticed, some LED turn signals to clean it up a little bit. The stock ones are pretty bulky and a little bit unappealing. And we got some Oxford heated grips, since I was riding this, commuting it through the winter. So those were a big help, but they're a little bit difficult to put on this bike. Both the Husqvarna and the KTM, the throttle tube here, it's the throttle by wire. The tube is got big grooves and notches on it to hold the stock grips in place. And when you take those off, you got to do a bit of work and grind them down smooth in order to get any kind of other aftermarket grip on there. And then what else? Still on the stock tires here. It's about just over 5,000 miles on this bike. And I got the T-Rex radiator guard as well. That's also pretty essential because you're just kicking up rocks right into the radiator and front of the engine there on this bike. But it does pretty well. It's just the suspension's a little soft for up here, and again I probably got to play with the suspension a bit and see if I can get a little more out of it, but I'm pretty much expecting that it's not really made for what we're asking of it here. But overall it's a real nice bike, fun to ride, kind of that mix between a off-road bike and a street bike. So it gives you some of the riding feel of being on the street there, real sporty. Can lean over and enjoy it. Though with the skid plate, you will be scraping through quite a few of the turns there when you get aggressive. That suspension will compress, and then next thing you know, the first spot to touch the asphalt is going to be that skid plate in a tight turn. But I've taken this thing up a couple off-road areas in the past, some really rocky stuff that I probably shouldn't have, because at the time I didn't even have any kind of skid plate on it, but made it just fine. And overall it's just a super attractive bike in my opinion. The styling of this is just incredible to me. I don't even want to change out the stock exhaust, because I think it's just a good looking exhaust the way it is there. And I don't think I've had any serious issues with this. I think the chain, it's doing okay on this bike. I also have the KTM 390 Adventure, and that one stretched out and was kind of hard to keep adjusted, and I just replaced it. And it also is I think it's 4,000 to 5,000 miles on that bike as well. But this one I think is staying set a little better, but I haven't been on this bike for a while, so we'll see how that holds up. Other than that, there hasn't been too much else that's gone on with it. The stock engine guard, what little bit it was for protection, it actually had a weld crack. And I don't know if that was just from vibration, poor manufacture, or if it got nicked on something, but I don't believe I did anything to it to cause that. But it was not worth much at all. That was only going to stop the little rocks kicked up on the asphalt. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I look forward to more content coming out soon.